Every killer leaves something behind. A weapon, a message, a mistake, but this one left paintings. Detective Marcus Cole had seen hundreds of crime scenes, but this one stayed with him. He stood in the doorway longer than he should have, long after the other officers had stepped inside, long after the initial shock had passed for everyone except him. The victim was a young woman. Her body lay on the floor, pale and empty. But it wasn't her that held him captive. It was the wall. Her blood had been turned into something else, something deliberate, something careful, something personal. Marcus stepped closer without realizing he was moving. He could feel his partner Adrian watching him. "You okay?" Adrian asked. Marcus didn't answer immediately. He studied the strokes, the flow, the restraint. It didn't look like rage, it looked like control. "I'm fine," Marcus said quietly, but he wasn't. The press called him the blood painter. The killer didn't just murder his victims, he used them, turned them into art, turned their endings into displays. The city was afraid. People stopped going out at night. Locks were checked twice. Windows stayed closed. Marcus worked harder than anyone, long nights, no sleep, no rest. He studied every photo, every report, every detail. He needed to understand how the killer thought, how he chose, how he moved. Adrian watched him slowly destroying himself. "You need sleep," Adrian said one night. Marcus shook his head. "If I sleep, he keeps working." Adrian didn't argue because Marcus was right. The fifth victim changed everything. Marcus arrived early, before the others, before the noise, before reality settled in. He stood alone in the apartment. The smell hit him first, then the silence, then the wall. His chest tightened. His heart began to race, not from fear, from something else, something deeper. His eyes moved across the surface slowly. He knew this pattern. He didn't know how, but he knew it. His hand lifted slightly, without thinking. His fingers stopped just short of touching it. A voice behind him broke the moment. "Marcus." He pulled his hand back quickly. Adrian stood there, watching him. Marcus forced himself to breathe normally. "We're missing something," Marcus said. Adrian didn't respond. He was still looking at Marcus, not the wall. Marcus turned away. He didn't want Adrian to see his face. He didn't understand why. It started happening after that. Small things, missing time. He would sit down at night and suddenly it was morning. He would drive home and not remember the drive. He would wake up exhausted, like he hadn't slept at all. The dreams made it worse. He stood in empty rooms, facing blank walls, holding something in his hand, something sharp. He always woke up before he could see the rest. Always. Then 8 weeks later, Adrian told him about the warehouse. "We got a lead," Adrian said. Marcus felt something twist inside his stomach. He didn't know why. They went together. Night had already fallen. The building stood alone, waiting. Marcus felt his heart pounding harder with every step. Adrian opened the door. "After you," Adrian said. Marcus stepped inside, and the world fell apart. The paintings covered every wall, every victim, every moment, every truth. Marcus couldn't breathe. He stared at them, his mind fractured. Images flooded back, not dreams, memories, real. He saw his hands, he felt the blade, he heard their voices. His legs gave out, he fell to his knees. Behind him, Adrian didn't move. Adrian stepped forward, gun in hand, not shaking, not uncertain. "You called me here," Adrian said. Marcus frowned. "I didn't." Adrian's eyes were filled with something worse than anger, guilt. "Yes," Adrian said softly. "You did." Marcus's vision blurred. Some part of him had wanted this, had needed this. Adrian's voice broke. "Get on your knees." Marcus obeyed, not because of the gun, because he was tired. The handcuffs closed around his wrists. Cold. Heavy, final. Marcus stared at the paintings, his life, his truth, his sickness. Marcus's entire world collapsed. Adrian stepped back. Marcus didn't fight, didn't speak, didn't move, because now he understood. He hadn't just been hunting a killer, he had been created by one.